I want to talk about 2024.
Yeah.
You think Biden should drop out of the race?
Of course, I said it long ago. I called him Ruth Bader Biden.
Ruth Bader Biden. Do you worry that risks Trump getting reelected again in 2024? Do you worry about those risks, or do you think that's just far outweighed by the fact that Biden is, I don't want to offend anyone, but a little old?
I don't worry that anything I or anybody else says, including the candidates, will affect this election.
No, but do you worry that Biden dropping out, like let's say Biden
dropping out.
If Biden drops out, do you worry that could help Trump, that Trump might get?
If Biden drops out, they'll win, without doubt. Biden should drop out. That's the point. He's being selfish. James Carville was here and said, this is months ago, and he said, any 50-ish Democrat, won't even be close.
Won't even be close.
So, no, of course, he's not the voice of God, who knows? But that is my basic belief also, is that it's theirs for the taking. That's bullshit.
That you don't think that's what explains his appeal?
No one wants to burn everything. Well, I mean, yes, anarchists, there's a few weirdos. They don't want to burn everything down. They just want to rule everything. I don't think people want to see everything burned down. I don't think Trump wants to burn everything down. I think he wants to own everything, to control everything, to have power over everything. But that's what presidents do. I mean, he's insane, so he wants it in a much more different way. But I don't think that's the source of his appeal. The source of his appeal is, as I've quoted it a million times, my friend Jimmy said it, insanity photographs. Insanity photographs. It's just, you can't take your eyes off it.
Right.
And so he's just a cynosure. He's just something that is the center, and you can't look away. That in itself is attractive to a lot of people. He was the guy in The Apprentice. He's a star. But also, he doesn't back down ever. They love that. They don't know the issues. They don't know the nuances. It's not about that. That's why he said, do you think you can affect the election? Please. Nobody can affect the election except Taylor Swift, because that's another cult following. And while her followers, like the people who say in polls now that they would do whatever she said election-wise, don't be so proud of yourself. That's horrible. Any kind of cult is horrible.
Right.
It does not say good things about you. It says you're a shallow shell who wants to be filled with another human being, making you a slave to what they tell you. Ugh. So I don't think I could affect it, or anybody else except Taylor Swift and Trump himself. But his appeal, I think, is that, I was saying to Cheryl, I think, just before, that if you ask me who is the bigger danger to America, absolutely it's the right wing and Trumpers and people who don't believe in democracy, and just they're not even keeping it a secret anymore. They're not even saying that quietly. They're saying we don't believe in it. There was a CPAC convention this week talking about that. Many of them. I mean, it is really weird that they're shitting on democracy in America. Okay. To say nothing of where they are on the environment and lots of other issues, they are definitely the bigger threat. But who makes me want to punch you in the face more? That is often from the other side.
Interesting.
The people, the woke people, the canceled people, the how dare you think differently than I do, the people who love diversity of everything except thought, and just don't want to breathe the same air as you if you don't agree with them, and won't to unfriend you, and just that bad attitude combined with some very bad, crazy ideas. Let's give communism another try and get rid of the police and all, just really stupid ideas combined with a terrible attitude. That's Trump's appeal. He's a star who isn't afraid to want to make those liberals cry their liberal tears. And I get that. You'll never get me voting for Trump. I rationally can see what's by far the worst choice, but I get it, and I certainly get the emotional appeal. And people in this country are beyond using their minds to vote or for most things. So it's all an emotional appeal. It probably always was, mostly. But, you know, he's that guy, you know, who's sticking his thumb in the eye of the elitists. And you can go all day turning yourself blue in the face talking about he's the biggest elitist of them all, and how can religious people vote for this pussy grabber? Yes, humans are complicated.
Ship has sailed on that, yeah.
You know, they're full of contradictions,
Right.
and just give it up. It's
Yeah.
it's not going to change anything. They don't see it that way. They don't care. Emotionally, he fits the bill.